of the cool kitchen. We're making another great party food today, hummus. Most people know it, it's brilliant. Most people actually don't make it, which is kind of strange because it's really easy to make as long as you have a food blender. You don't really need a food blender, and then it's dead easy to make. And it's a lot tastier than the stuff you get in the shops. The stuff that you get in the shops is decent, it's nice, but if you can make it yourself, you can pick your own recipe and you can customize it the way you want to. So I'll run you through the ingredients of the hummus we're making today. We're making a lemon and dill hummus, which is a bit different to your typical hummus. Well, we have chickpeas as always for hummus, 2 cans I'm using, of course some olive oil, salt and pepper, only 1 clove of garlic for this recipe. Normally you need a bit more garlic for normal hummus, but because we're using lemons we don't really want too much garlic. Now we're going to need about 2 to 3 lemons for the lemon juice, but also for the zest. You don't need the zest of all lemons, maybe 1 or 1.5 will suffice depending on the size of the lemons you're using. And dill also is amazing in hummus, and especially the combination with dill and lemon will really make this amazing. Slightly different to normal hummus, but really good. So I've prepped all my ingredients. I've got zest of 1.5 lemons here, small lemons of course, and the juice of 2.5 lemons. And here about a handful of roughly chopped dill. You don't really have to chop it that finely because it's going into the food processor anyway. You can really just add the ingredients as such. It doesn't have to be on. As long as you don't overfill the food processor, there's really no problem. I'm also going to add some garlic, just in a garlic crusher. Just add it in. It's not that much garlic, but it will be nice. It will make a good difference. Also some black pepper. The nice thing about making hummus yourself, it's really, you customize the recipe the way you want. You can also use less lemons if you want to. You can leave out the garlic if you want to. Less dill or more, whatever. This recipe is not like a typical hummus recipe, because typically the spices and flavors for hummus would be cumin, paprika, a bit more garlic as well, and tahini paste of course, but I didn't really use any tahini or sesame seed paste for this because I find it doesn't really need it. Almond butter actually works really well. It's like peanut butter just with almonds. But yeah, you can just experiment and have fun, and this is so quick. You just put in some more, just the salt, and then you can process it, and then after a few minutes of blending, it's done. Forgot one thing you should add during the mixing actually. So when we start this, I'm going to add the oil and just see how much it needs, because I don't want to add too much oil, because it should still be light. I don't want to add loads of oil. So just when I'm going to start this, I'm going to add bit by bit. Now after a few minutes in the food processor, you'll end up with this. It's slightly rougher texture than the hummus you get in a shop, but that's what makes it really nice. You can of course see the dill, and it looks really light, and it tastes amazing. Normally once you just blitz it and process it, taste it to see if you like the seasoning. Quite often you need a bit more salt or maybe some pepper, so do try it before you serve it. And I always find that hummus somehow gets better in the fridge after 1 or 2 days. So if you're planning a big party, and this is amazing party food, do keep it in the fridge for 1 or 2 days, or maybe just even a few hours, because that really seems to mature the flavors. And it is amazing with some nice bread, like focaccia for example. So I hope you try this recipe, and I will have somebody to taste it. So you're ready to try my dill and lemon hummus? Mm-hmm. How is it?
It's very, very nice.
Cool. Well, thanks for watching, everybody.